This is a family-friendly tournament. Michigan will wear the white jerseys. Philadelphia wears the black, and we are underway. If you are new to power hockey, the rules are actually quite similar to the traditional form of hockey. The major differences: 4-on-4 compared to 5-on-5 in ice hockey, 15-minute periods, and a transition play that was set up, but Alex Pitts couldn't get the pass off cleanly or couldn't handle it cleanly, and ball goes out of play. The other difference is the offside rule. The rule itself is the same, but instead of an attack zone or a blue line, it's just the center line, since we play with a somewhat smaller surface. 14 minutes and 38 seconds in the opening period, and we are just underway. Again, first game of pool play between the Philadelphia Power Play and the Michigan Mustangs. That could get very confusing later on, as the ball, a wiffle ball, which is used as our object, goes into the near side, and there's a scramble for it. And making a dash is number 23, Kevin Confera. And a scrum with Jake Saxton. He will hook it right to the defender, number 19, Jake Hartline. Usually we'll see 3 forwards, or 3 wingmen, and 1 defender at power hockey tournament play. Loose ball is picked up by number 40, Tristan Parent. And now it's picked up by Philadelphia. Another scrum on the near side. Can't quite see who has the ball. If the ball is dislodged, or I should say the ball gets lodged underneath a chair to the point where it can't be playable, the officials will stop play and have a face-off. And the same thing goes when the ball goes out of play, again, similar to hockey. A big day of pool play comes your way tomorrow. That goes off the chair of number 85, that shot attempt. The goalie is Aaron Gordon for Philadelphia, and he made a stop there just by having the ball deflect off his chair. On a breakaway attempt is Jake Saxton. Can't get the shot off cleanly, and Michigan escapes a treacherous situation. Picked up by number 23, Kevin Confera. Looking to hook up, and he finds his target, but number 1, Clay Martin, had difficulty with the shot. Now Philadelphia's on the run, 3-on-1, and the shot is saved by the Michigan goalie, number 89, Dean Olivas. Now we go to the other side. We seem to just be going back and forth in an endless seesaw here. And that streak ends on our first goal of the game from Jake Saxton. He is one of the playmakers for the Philadelphia Power Play. And Philadelphia takes a 1-0 lead over Michigan. Let's take another look on the replay. You can only give up so many breakaways before they'll make you pay for it. And you saw a great shot, found the hole. Jake Saxton with his first goal of the game. We should also let you know that for those of you interested in following along with the action, you can stay up to date live on social media. The official Twitter account for the Power Hockey Cup 2014 is simply Power Hockey Cup. So the @ symbol followed by Power Hockey Cup, and you will get live updates from every game this week. We'll be here through Thursday. Saxton with the goal, Alex Pitts with the assist. Philadelphia on the attack again. There is Jake Saxton. I had some time, spoke with the head coach, Gary Saxton, before the game, and he mentioned his team was getting clobbered regularly when they were starting out. A very young team, as we noted. All but 4 of the players are under the age of 20, but as time has gone and experience has been accumulated, Philadelphia finds themselves competing for prestige at the Electric Wheelchair Hockey Association. Ball is stuck on the near corner, and battling for it is, trying to get a name here. Looks like Tristan Parent is involved, and Alex Pitts. Ball still stuck. 10 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first period. 1-0 the score, Philadelphia over Michigan. Ball is free, but not for long. Here comes Saxton. And we may have another scrum. Confara gets in there. Now Parent, Pitts, and the ball goes to the other side of the playing surface. I don't know, I suppose we would call it a rink. Would we call it a rink, Mike? Yes. Mike York, our technician throughout the tournament. He knows a thing or two about these types of athletics. So we are going to call this a rink, unless I'm instructed otherwise. Michigan picks up the ball, and a lob is saved by number 85. Ball still live, but swarming quickly is Philadelphia, so there will be a face-off at the Michigan zone. And the official who made that call, Tim Coleman, also a theater teacher at St. Paul Harding High School and has been involved with this association for a long time. Also officiated our last game. Face-off is won by Michigan. And another lob goes off the chair of number 19, Jake Hartline. And another stoppage in play with 9:38 left. If you're just tuning in, remember you can send us your shout-outs or any other background information, names, stats, any stories you would like to share. You can do so on the Ustream comment feed, or you can hit me up on Twitter at The Sports Brain. That is all one word, The Sports Brain. It's 3 words just meshed together, no underscores, no spaces. And if you want to have your comments read on the air, provided they're appropriate, family-friendly tournament, we would love to hear your thoughts and stories and really share the talent of these athletes competing throughout the week. Ball is stuck on the near far corner from our vantage point. Now it's near the net, and we're going to have another face-off with 8:53 left. And our first penalty of the game is assessed to number 88 of Philadelphia, Liam Miller. So 4-on-3 for the next 2 minutes for Michigan.
Penalty, number 88, Miller for Philadelphia, crease violation.
Crease violation was called. And another save by Aaron Gordon. Picked up by Pitts, and then the puck is stolen by Parent. I should say the ball. I want to say puck because it's hockey. And getting in there for the deflection is Alex Pitts, and that will burn more time on the Michigan power play. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Clock is a little bit behind, but that's okay. Saxton trying to get in there for a shorthanded opportunity. Can't do so. He collided with number 20, Zelko Zurkovic, and the ball goes out of play. We will have a face-off with 7 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. 52 seconds remains in the power play. And the face-off is won by Philadelphia, so more time can go off the clock. That's number 25, Marty Whitberg for Michigan. Whitberg, the oldest player for the Mustangs at age 36. Battling with somebody who could theoretically be his son. They're not related, of course. And on the breakaway, but the shot going high, deflection, rebound. Whitberg had an opening and he couldn't put it through. Gordon left the backside open. And Philadelphia is going to kill off the power play. Got a little bit of luck there. And as you may have seen, the penalty box is right in front of the scores table. They just lift one of the protective barriers. Not quite as sophisticated as ice hockey, but it works. Ball trapped on the far right corner from our vantage point. Whitberg is in there, and it looks like Saxton is also scrambling to get that ball free. Philadelphia does free it. And Michigan has a breakaway chance here, at least to get something. And the shot goes wide. I believe number 23, Kevin Confera, got his stick on it. And a lot of missed opportunities for Michigan. Whitberg, as we mentioned, during the power play had a chance to score off the backside. Aaron Gordon left the net open, but couldn't put it through. Plenty of time, though. Lob pass goes a little high. That came from Kevin Confera. And Pitts lost his grip on the pass attempt. Now he has to work around the obstacles set up by Michigan. Miller. Liam Miller, one of the captain for Philadelphia, corrals it. A 16-year-old captain. Beautiful day to be indoors, and I say that with a tone of seriousness. Hot, humid day today, 91 degrees was the temperature when I came in here, and it's very humid, dew point at 74. At least indoors here at Roy Wilkins, the temperatures can be regulated a little more effectively, but I would not want to imagine in Amazon-like weather. If you just joined us, one goal thus far in this game, and that came from Jake Saxton. Ball goes out of play. 4 minutes, 18 seconds. And we have some shout-outs from our Ustream audience. Shout out to Anthony and Liam. Miss you guys. Love you guys. Keep up the good work from Philly Girl 1234. I wonder which team that person is rooting for. I'll say this much, it ain't Pittsburgh. Michigan trying to set up a man-up advantage, couldn't do so. Liam Miller corrals it again. Jake Saxton scored the game's only goal so far on an assist from Alex Pitts. And since then, we've had a couple of chances and a stoppage in play. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it was an offside call, so we're going to have a face-off on the Philadelphia side, and I can't quite tell who has won that face-off yet because they're still fighting for control of the ball. Meanwhile, we have a clock issue. It's been stuck at 3:36. 24 seconds has elapsed. Now they get the clock going. So let's see, are they just going to leave the clock as is? It appears that way. 3:34 is what I see on the game clock. So consider that 24 seconds of bonus hockey. So we have 3:25 left and an offside call against Michigan. We'll have a face-off on the Michigan zone. This is the 6th tournament for the electric wheelchair hockey, for the PowerHockey Cup, I should say. It's a biannual tournament, yes, and they trade off with the respective national tournaments, so the Canadian teams and the American teams will host their own cups in odd-numbered years, and then even-numbered years, we have the international event. 3 minutes to go, and Philadelphia still holds a 1-0 lead over Michigan. We're going to see the two-time defending champions in our last game in pool play today when the Minnesota Saints take on the Calgary Selects. Deflection and the steal. Michigan with the chance, and another rejection. How many opportunities have they had? That was Confera trying to set up to Clay Martin, and another empty possession. Lob goes over the defender, but nowhere near a scoring chance. Not with Dean Olivas back there anyway. Martin shoots it backward into the Philadelphia zone, but there was nobody there, and that allows Alex Miller to grab the ball and set up a Philadelphia play. And a stoppage in play as the puck was trapped underneath a couple of chairs, and it wasn't going to reasonably be dislodged. So we'll have a face-off at the Philadelphia zone with 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the first period. Ball skids down to the Michigan zone, and it's picked up by Tristan Parent. Michigan on the attack. Pass was too high, and the ball bounces out of play. We'll have a face-off at the Michigan zone, or Philadelphia zone. Face-off is won by Alex Pitts. Couldn't get a breakaway attempt going, though, and he'll lob it past the lone defender for Michigan, Frank Rogers. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Ball is free, close to the net, and another stoppage in play. Ball may have been dislodged, or ball may have been trapped again, and that's a situation that happens routinely. 42 seconds. Confera lobs it, trying to hook up with Parent. They can't headman it, though. Philadelphia doing an outstanding job intercepting the passing lanes of Michigan in the first period. Now Pitts has an opportunity. That's an on for Saxton. Passes through the defender, scores! Jake Saxton with the second goal of the game. A great feed from Alex Pitts, and you saw Saxton hold up. He had to wait for the ball to go past him. Otherwise, it would have been an offside call. Great pass, great awareness, and Pitts and Saxton hook up again. Philadelphia takes a 2-0 lead.
Scoring for Philadelphia, number 18, Jake Saxton, assisted by number 8, Alex
Pitts credited for the assist. So Pitts with 2 assists, Saxton with 2 goals. And a great start for Philadelphia as we wrap up the first period of play at the legendary Roy Wilkins Auditorium. Philadelphia leads Michigan 2-0 on a pair of Jake Saxton goals. We'll pause for 5 minutes as we take an intermission. Once more, we'd like to remind you, you can send us your shout-outs, notes, stories, anything you would like to say about the players by commenting on our Ustream feed or by sending me a tweet at @TheSportsBrain. Just hit me up on Twitter, send us a tweet, and we will happily read them on the air for you. Philadelphia leads 2-0 in pool play of Power Hockey Cup 2014. Welcome back to Power Hockey Cup 2014. Before we start the second period, let's thank our sponsors who are helping out in our webcast. Ability Care Partners Incorporated, a PCA toys provider. AwesomeDesign.com. Dynaquip Material Handling Solutions. Impressions Incorporated, specializing in design, printing, and packaging. Rolex Vans. Thiel Technologies. And that concludes our sponsor plug. We'd like to thank you for your support of our broadcast coverage of Power Hockey Cup 2014, the 6th tournament between the Canadian and American teams. Mike Peden here. Philadelphia leads Michigan 2-0 on a pair of Jake Saxton goals. And for you Ustream fans who want to know my Twitter handle, we'll try to put that up on the comment feed too. It's The Sports Brain. That is the word the, T-H-E, Sports, S-P-O-R-T-S, Brain, B-R-A-I-N. Mesh those three words together, you get me. As we said before, if you wanted to have a shout out or any stories, stats, anything you'd like to toss over to us, comment on our Ustream feed. Oh, Alex Pitts almost joined the scoring action. That was a great shot. And it was saved by Dean Olivas. He's had a tough time today at goalie. And if you have any tweets, we'll read those on the air as well. We're underway in the second period. As we said, Philadelphia leads 2-0. They are wearing the black jerseys, Michigan wearing the white. Ball is trapped near the Michigan net, and it's picked up by Confera. Michigan had a lot of attacking opportunities in the first period, but they could not hook up with their passes. And the biggest heartbreaker to this point, Marty Whitberg was open on a power play, caught the rebound off the initial shot attempt, and had an open net, but he could not put the shot in. And that was Michigan's best chance so far to score. And we have our first tweet of this pool play match from Rose Locke. That's the Twitter handle. Michigan's goalie is pretty dang cute, a reference to Dean Olivas. And there appears to be some, oh, Confera gets a shot off. That goes off the post. I was going to say there appears to be some manipulation going on with the photograph, but it makes for a very festive look. Thank you, Rose Locke, and we also have Dan Hilferty following our coverage. We thank you for your support. I'll be here on Wednesday and Thursday calling matches for Power Hockey Cup 2014. Tristan Parent picks up the ball. He's trying to beat Liam Miller one-on-one, can't do it. And the ball straddles into the Michigan zone. It will be picked up by looks like number 22. No, there's no 22. The numbers can be a little tough to read sometimes. Ball goes out of play. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second period. As we said, this is the first game of pool play for both teams. Philadelphia will have 2 games tomorrow. Their first is against Minnesota Selects, and then their last is against Ottawa. Pool play, of course, operating very much like the FIFA World Cup. For those of you who watch that tournament, every team will play each other once, and the top teams move on to the championship bracket. We only have 2 groups to worry about, whereas the FIFA World Cup has 8, so that makes games a little easier to schedule. 12:15 left. We have the ball trapped on the near side. And Dan Hilferty wants to wish good luck to number 84, Pat Hilferty of the Philadelphia Power Play. Hilferty hasn't seen much action today. with Aaron Gordon manning the net, but I imagine we'll be seeing Hilferty in the next few games. Although Gordon's making a pretty strong case. In front of the net, Saxton almost had a third goal. That shot sailed a little high and out of play, so we'll have a face-off with 11:41 to go, and our director, you can't see it, he is jamming along to Ghostbusters, the one-hit wonder from Ray Parker Jr. There are rumors of a third movie in the works. I hope they do materialize because I did enjoy the first one. Alex Miller trying to corral the ball. Confera with a lob. And it will be picked up by Pitts. Shot deflected, picked up by Pitts again. That's onside, Saxton. Look out! Couldn't get around the defender that time. Nice screen set up by Luke Hoban. Michigan trying to go on the run. They just aren't able to establish an attack. We mentioned this is a rematch of the North American Power Hockey Final from last year. Ball trapped on the near side. Miller's in there, so is Saxton and Confera. Ball still struggling to get out of center rink. I can't call it center ice because we don't use ice. That would make it a little more fun, though, if we put an ice on these things. Another attack for Michigan, or at least they tried to set that up, but Parent and Martin could not hook up the pass cleanly, and that's been the story of the game so far for Michigan. Martin trying to get the deflection in, can't do it. Aaron Gordon continuing. Phenomenal defensive work today. We have another tweet from Daniel Ezzo. You can find him at Lego My Dezo.
Probably murder that name there, Mike.
I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure it's as tasty as the waffle counterpart either. In any case, Daniel Ezzo wants to give a shout out to Luke Hoban for the Power Hockey Cup and save there by Ovilas, and Liam Miller, who goes by Pocket Chevy, for tearing it up at the Power Hockey Cup. And Miller has been doing a great job orchestrating the team's offense. No goals or assists yet, but Miller making a lot of deflections and intercepting passes, shot attempts, and those don't always get measured on the stat sheet.
No, that's just good hard work there, Mike, and they're really putting a show on for us today. And power play is really putting on the offense against Michigan, but Michigan has some offensive power too. Let's see if they can break through the power play defense.
They've tried to display it, but again, their attacks just don't line up, and in hockey, ice or power hockey, you have to get the passes in with pinpoint precision. That voice you hear, by the way, is Mike York, who decided to chime in, but since he's the director, he has that freedom to drop in at his pleasure.
Yep, I did. It just, looked like you were having some fun there, Mike.
And you couldn't let me have all the fun.
No.
Here comes Saxton again. He would like to have some more fun here. One-on-one, tries to deke past the defender and can't do it. Tristan Perrin, I think, got a stick in there as well. Michigan more alert to Saxton's attacks this time in the second period. Okay, and I have an explanation for Liam Miller's Twitter handle. It's Pockets Have I. And that is used to signal that he has pockets. Saxton may have another chance, and that one is saved by Olivas, I should say. Jake Saxton at the forefront of Philadelphia's offense.
Olivas did not bite anywhere on that deke, Mike.
But Michigan's got to keep an eye on the 11-year-old prodigy, the son of Coach Gary Saxton. He already has 2 goals, and Saxton is lurking for a hat trick. Stoppage in play, 7:05 left in the second period. We'll have a face-off at the Michigan zone. If you just joined us, Mike Peden here with Mike York.
It's the Mike and Mike show.
Philadelphia leads 2-0 over Michigan in the first game of pool play at PowerHockey Cup 2014. First game of pool play for both teams. We've had 2 pool play games that took place earlier today here at the legendary Roy Wilkins Auditorium. Another stoppage in play, 6:57 on the clock. Shot goes out of play, and we'll have another face-off at the Michigan zone.
We actually have a pronunciation. It's Dean Olivas, like, oh, leave us.
Like Tony Oliva, but with an S.
Yeah.
Tony Oliva, a Minnesota Twins legend, for those of you not familiar with Minnesota athletes.
Way to be non-biased there, Mike.
Well, we have some folks watching from Philadelphia and Michigan. Here is Whitberg. He's trying to get a transition opportunity and can't quite corral the puck. The ball. I want to say puck.
Whatever is in your head, Mike, just feel free to do it. Be a free bird.
Well, if I start visualizing a basketball anytime soon, I might retire.
Too much of that Minnesota Lynx coverage you do.
Confera, that shot just high. Another chance for Michigan and another empty showing.
Kind of sounds like your prom dates. Or empty showing there.
That was an empty showing. Rosie again says Jake Saxton can't be stopped, or at least when it comes to the attack. Hashtag ladies man. I want to know what's going on. Jake Saxton, 11 years old and a ladies man already? I wonder if Gary, his father, knows anything about this.
Boys will be boys.
Were you a ladies man at 11 years old?
No.
You were too busy dosing on Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, weren't you?
Yes, and I'm probably aging myself there.
You're going to be checking out the new movie?
Yes, I will, even though it looks like it stinks.
Jake Saxton, we've seen this a few times. Can he be stopped? Well, that time he is.
Good move by the defense to force him to one side, though, by the Mustangs.
Well, they forced him to the side that Olivas was favoring, and that's going to be key because Saxton keeps finding his way on breakaway opportunities.
We have some interesting chats here. Here's a shout out. Go Dean. Go Mustangs. Your big sister loves you. P.S. Announcer guy, read this. Well, we just did. And then from the
maybe she was talking to you.
Yeah, probably. And the Motzinator also says Dean's rookie year he played on the WCHL Hornets.
Parent. Ooh. Couldn't handle that one. Saxton has it, but he does not have a lane to break away this time. And Whitberg is there to steal the puck away. But here's Alex Pitts on a breakaway attempt. That shot deflecting off a couple of chairs.
Very nice hard shot there, Mike. Good save, though.
Luke Hoban, much more sound defensively in the second period, although for Michigan, they're going to need to get some points here because defense is not going to help them get points on the board. And they trail 2-0 with 4:05 remaining in the second period. 2 goals from Jake Saxton and 2 assists by Alex Pitts, and there is the captain who has pockets, according to one of Philadelphia's fans. Pockets have I. Very Yoda-like in the delivery. Jake Saxton trying to deliver his 3rd goal, and he's relentless. He hasn't found the net in the 2nd period, but relentless on the attack.
Definitely finding the speed with his chair and just not finding any holes, though. Good job by the Mustangs to make him shoot wide.
I don't think you can match that speed. Here's Pitts on the steal. That shot sails wide right and picked up by Whitberg. Confera lobs it, trying to hook up with Parent. And Pitts deflects the pass. Confera trapped, lobs it. Gordon for the stop. Whitberg, the oldest player on Michigan, he fires a shot, and it goes off several chairs, including Parent's. And now Pitts gets in there. And you've heard us reply to some of these tweets and messages. We want to remind you that you can do the same if you wish to participate. Just hit me up on Twitter at @TheSportsBrain. Mike will put it up on the screen if he hasn't already. The Sports Brain, all one word, no underscores, no spaces. And if you'd like to send us a comment on the Ustream feed, we'll gladly read those on the air as well. Remember, family friendly. Sorry, Mike, I know that dashes your hopes, but...
Aw, not really.
We have kids watching, and we also have kids playing. 2:05 in the 2nd period. Each team will play 3 group games, and after those group games, we'll move on to the quarterfinal round, so every team will participate in the knockout round, and they will be seeded by record. Stoppage in play with 1:45 remaining as the ball got stuck, and I think part of the retaining wall was dislodged as well.
Yep. Sharon Whitberg 7 says, Mustangs score for the Motzinator as a belated birthday gift.
Michigan could use a score. They've had a few chances. And another fan tuning in, Philly Freedom, a Philly sports scholar and video game industry veteran, also a fan of Pearl Jam. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to group stage play of PowerHockey Cup 2014. Of course, Philly Freedom, spelled differently. Hang on, here's Saxton. He breaks free again, works around Hoban. No, that went off the bar. Off the post, a great shot, Deke. And that was just a tough break for Jake Saxton. He cannot be contained by the Michigan defense, though.
Here's a replay of that. Just misses out the bar.
Stoppage in play, 34.8 seconds on the clock.
There's the replay here, just right off the bar, as you said.
And it was a great job getting around Hoban and then firing on the opposite side. 30 seconds remain in the 2nd period. The ball goes out of play. Greg Smith chiming in with his chant of go power play. And Anthony Theuer says the Michigan Mustangs need to focus, and at least when it comes to defending Jake Saxton, I think the coaching staff for the Mustangs would agree with him.
Also, I'd like to say that, Mike, we have reached our high total views today of active viewers right now of 70.
That ball goes off the head. Sorry to jump. Pitts didn't see it. And Philadelphia saves it. They catch a lucky break. and they retain their 2-0 lead. Go ahead and finish that comment.
I'm sorry, just interrupted you during a great play. What a good ending we had there. I was just saying that we'd like to thank all our viewers. We had a total of 75 active views, 78 now. So thank you all 78 viewers.
And tweet it out, post it on Facebook. We want to get that viewership even higher. Before we go to break, Leah Donahue offering her support for the Philadelphia Power Play. She says, keep up the good work. And a reminder, if you want your tweets or comments on the air, just send us a post on the Ustream feed or hit me up on Twitter at @TheSportsBrain. We'll pause for our second intermission. Philadelphia still leads 2-0 over Michigan in the first game of pool play at PowerHockey Cup 2014. Mike Peden and Mike York here as we start the third period of play in our pool play stage match between Philadelphia and Michigan in PowerHockey Cup 2014. Like to thank our tournament sponsors again, Thiel Technologies, Rolex, Vans, AwesomeDesign.com, Ability Care Partners Inc., Dynaquip, and Impressions Incorporated. And Rolex, Vans, Steel Technologies again, we want to get them on screen for you. They're on our banners. We had a couple more tweets during the second intermission. One from Greg Smith who says, "Let's go power play, continue playing good. You can win this game." And Anthony Thur says Michigan really needs to start turning up the scoring plays in the third period. Hashtag never give up. And Michigan has been finding some chances. It's the quality looks they've been lacking in the first two periods in comparison to Philadelphia.
Yep, definitely. Philadelphia is contesting every shot from Michigan, and they haven't had the greatest of looks, like you said, and they're just having a hard time trying to find that seam.
And for Philadelphia, I think it's clear if they can continue setting up attacks for Jake Saxton. I don't know how many breakaways he's had. He has 2 goals, and he came to a hat trick late in the second. Had a great shot as he juked past Luke Hoban, but it went off the post. What do you expect from Philadelphia in the third period?
Well, I expect more high-octane offense. You know, they're definitely bringing it to them with Pitts and Saxton and the rest of the team. They're really Mustangs are really taking a fire under these young kids.
14 minutes, 26 seconds in the third period of play. We'd like to remind you that we are not done after this game. We'll have one more pool play game for you as the Minnesota Saints take on the Calgary Selects. That match will start at roughly 8:15. Luke Miller, who has pockets, with another puck intervention, ball intervention. I keep saying puck.
I think you're going to need an intervention soon, Mike.
We might get to that point. Parent steals the ball and will pass, trying to hook up with Confera. And he gets there, but not where he wanted. And Confera shoots the ball, and it gets lodged in the chair of Jake Hartline. Hartline, I think, recognized it but couldn't do much. So we'll have a face-off at the Philadelphia zone, and that can happen in power hockey.
We'd like to thank our camera lady, Jackie Panea, is doing the good camera work there you're seeing, and also Melvin Freeman stepping in for announcer duties and clock duties, and he's just been the all-around good guy today.
Ball near the Philadelphia net, and that was picked up, I believe, by Miller. Couldn't quite see it, but Liam Miller has been near or active in every defensive play for Philadelphia. Another shot that goes off the post. I think that came from Saxton. He gets the rebound. That shot off the mark. He goes behind the net. See if he'll try the wraparound. No, he'll go to Miller instead. Parent gets in there.
Really pinging the post.
Hartline with the stop. The shot attempt from Clay Martin. We're going the other way. Miller has a 2-on-1. Hooks up with Saxton. Pass. And that's a goal. Liam Miller gets on board. Saxton ran a dipsy-do.
That was an amazing goal. They gave and go. Went here. We'll take a little look at this replay. This is going back, of course. So let's see here. We'll speed it up a little here as it's coming back here now. You can see this right here. Coming back. We got our slow motion here.
Really slow motion.
But that's okay. Here it is. That's the give and go right there. Gives it back. Boom. Right in.
The backhand pass. Liam Miller gets on the board. Saxton with the assist. And because Saxton has been attacking so much, Olivas was probably thinking about containing Saxton, and then that allowed him to complete the backhand pass, and that left Miller with a wide open net to punch it in. Liam Miller, my man from Roselock, and I'd say that deserves a celebratory tweet. That was a great play.
Yes, it was. Oof.
So Saxton with 3 points in this match. We'll see if he can get a hat trick. There's still time. But Philadelphia takes a commanding 3-0 lead with 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third period. Miller with another steal. Hooks up with Pitts. Pitts, ooh, can't get around Hoban that time. Hoban sagged to the front, or I should say moved up front to impose a metaphorical brick wall, and Pitts couldn't do anything with it. Confera, this could be Michigan's best chance of this game, and led to the strong side. That allowed Gordon to get in there. Confera can't wrap around. Daniel Ezzo's incredible goal by Pockets Have I. That is Liam Miller's Twitter handle. Way to go, Liam. Hashtag PowerHockey. And Philadelphia demonstrating a lot of power on offense today. A little bummed that I won't be here for the Tuesday meetings. Jake Saxton has room. Shot goes wide and out of play.
Good back and forth action there. Looked like Mustangs for a second were really out sorts, but they were able to get a little bit of a breakaway. But good job by the power play defense again to move the shooter to the side and had no angle.
And Anthony Theuer referencing the last score by Philadelphia. It said beautiful teamwork by Philadelphia. Michigan fan, but it's always enlightening to see opposing fans pay respect to brilliant plays, and that was a brilliant play.
Definitely. Monkey Deluffy, I'm sorry, 222 said, look,
that's all, folks.
I know, look at those moves on Alex. That's the only thing I can say is look at those moves.
Michigan wins the faceoff, but it goes deep into the Philadelphia zone, and look who's there again. It's Alex Miller, who may have pockets, but I wonder if he gets the game ball, if that's where he stores them, since he has pockets. Another shot from Saxton. That is stopped by Olivas.
Olivas trying to keep the Mustangs in the game, doing a good job, but just facing a lot of shots there, Mike.
Well, the big difference are the odd man rushes, or I should say odd player rushes, because we do have female participants in this league. Philadelphia getting odd man rushes with impunity, though, and Michigan having a tougher time doing the same. Liam still getting props for his goal. Leah Donahue chiming in. Nice goal, Liam. You rock. Stoppage of play. 9:17 left on the clock. Philadelphia with a 3-0 lead. And we have a collision near the retaining wall. That will have to be reset.
Nothing hurt there, though, Mike.
Well, it's a padded wall, so unless you fall off your chair, and I hope that doesn't happen, that would be a scary sight, I presume it wouldn't hurt compared to the ice hockey barriers.
You've spent some times in some padded walls, I've heard, haven't you?
Not these kind. Not this kind. Scramble for the ball and a stoppage in play. .828 left in regulation, and Michigan, if they're going to work their way back, needs to get on an attack, needs to get a rally, and they need to do it soon. Parent trying to sneak in there. The ball rolls underneath his chair and comes out on the opposite side. He still has control, however. Lob doesn't go to anybody. And Pitts will get in there to take it away.
Good closing in defense by the power play. And the Mustangs keeping him in there.
Well, the Mustangs putting a little more pressure, but not able to find a seam, as you referenced earlier in the period. Puck glides into the Michigan zone. Deep pass, and Pitts is going to get there first. He tries to Saxton. They hook up. Saxton trying to get a breakaway, moves right, and the save by Olivas. On the follow through is Pitts. He can't put it in. Back-to-back saves by Dean Olivas. You have to give him credit for what he's been doing between the pipes today, but again, his team trailing. They need to find a way to turn that defense into some offense.
Definitely. He stopped 2 shots there. Usually your goalie is supposed to at least make the first shot. He did a bonus there by making 2 saves there for his team to keep them without making it 4-0.
And that would almost certainly put the game out of reach for Michigan if they gave up another one. But they are running out of time. You can score goals quickly here in power hockey play. But Michigan just having a tough time establishing an attack. The best shot on goal they had came during the lone power play of this game, actually, when Marty Whitberg, got a deflection, had an open net on the backside. Aaron Gordon couldn't get there in time, and Whitberg just could not get the shot in with enough accuracy.
Now that's the only one thing I've seen with the Philadelphia power play is, make sure they stay out of the box, because when they're out there as a team, they really work well as a unit. So they need all their guys and ladies out there to help out defensively and offensively.
Just 1 penalty in this game, and that was assessed to Philadelphia. It resulted in no damage. Miller looking to get another goal and deked himself out there. May have been a deflection. Miller tried to set up the deke and couldn't handle it. 5:15 remaining. Philadelphia with a commanding 3-0 lead, but they would like to get one more and assure themselves of a victory in pool play. Every team in this tournament will advance to the knockout stage. There also will be a consolation bracket, so every team will play the same amount of games, but you want to play for that championship, and the more wins you amass in pool play, the higher seed you get, which means more favorable matchups. Miller with a shot that goes off the chair of Olivas, and then the follow-up goes high. One of the officials has to duck to avoid being hit with the ball. Saxton has it. And we may have a penalty. We do. It's against Liam Miller. We're actually going to have offsetting minor penalties. Liam Miller for Philadelphia. And for Michigan, it appears Clay Martin has been tagged with the penalties. So we are going to have 3-on-3 hockey for the next 2 minutes. We'll find out what the penalties are in a moment.
There's going to be a lot of room. There's going to be a lot of room out there, Mike, and let's see what Michigan can do. This is their opportunity now.
And at the same token, Philadelphia has more space, and Jake Saxton out there, if he can get the ball and he has a seam, he'll have a lot of space to set up an odd man rush. Offsetting minor penalties. Tag to Clay Martin and Liam Miller. Okay, no, we do have 4-on-4 still, so let's find out what the penalties are.
Penalties, number 1, Martin, and number 88, Miller for roughing.
Roughing penalties were called, so they will stay in the penalty box until the next stoppage of play following the penalty expiration, so they're just not available to go on the floor right now. I thought we were going to get some 3-on-3 hockey. That would have been exciting to see.
That would definitely be exciting, Mike. And
we might see that before we're out.
Probably.
Three and a half minutes remaining. Saxton goes back, picks up the ball. Tries to get the pass off. Hoban was there to deflect it. And a lob shot just goes off the chair of Olivas. Ball. There's a battle for it between Saxton and Whitberg. Saxton wins it. Hooks up with Pitts. Saxton had an endless amount of attacks. Tristan Parent getting some space, fires, and that goes off Hartline and Gordon like a pinball.
Dare I say it, that might have been the Mustangs' best shot of the game.
And with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, there looks like they may fall in the first day of group play.
But it is only the first day. They're a very competitive team, as you can see.
8 games coming your way tomorrow. It's going to be a long day for you, Mike, I imagine.
It's going to be a very long day for me, but I'm glad that because we have over 86 viewers now, and hopefully we can get up to 100 during the entire week. Every day, that would be great, you know, and it's all because of the fans who are watching and who wants to watch Power Hockey.
With 1:54 left, a comical moment from Rose Lock. Bryce Smith, number 12. I don't know if we've seen much action out of him today, but he said, I hope his shoes are tight. His shoes fall off every game. Might want to check those laces.
Timeout, Michigan.
Michigan calls timeout with 1:54 left in regulation. Philadelphia winning 3-0, and if they do win, as we said, their next opponent will be the Minnesota Selects team. And then they'll wrap up pool play against Ottawa. We'd like to inform you that you can keep up with the tournament, of course, on Twitter at Power Hockey Cup, providing live, up-to-date information on penalties and goals and other notes. You can get results and stats from the entire tournament by going to powerhockeycup.com/2014. That is powerhockeycup.com/2014. And you can find stats and results from every game updated daily.
Also, Mike, if you want to purchase a DVD, I'll put a link up there, and it'll be M8D03. I'll put the link up there as well. If you want to buy a DVD of this game or other games, so just let me know. I'll put the email address, and you can let me know if you want a DVD copy of today's games and other games that we'll be broadcasting.
We should clarify that is M8D03.
Yep.
M number 8D03 at yahoo.com. Just please don't send him spam, unless it's the edible kind.
I don't want even spam, Mike. That's not delicious.
I'm not. So in other words, you're suggesting don't book a tour in Austin?
Yeah. No.
Austin, Minnesota is the site of the Hormel headquarters, known for spam and other products. I prefer the pepperoni. Ball got stuck under the chair of Olivas with 1:20 to go. Your takeaways of this game, it looks like Philadelphia will start pool play with a win.
As we got 1:16 left on the clock here, as the Mustangs try to get a shot off here. Good job by the power play to cut off the lanes as they knock it back in. Miller up to pick it.
Final minute of play. Jake Saxton had a furious, frenetic start. 2 goals and came close several times to get it. Well, he might get his third. Empty nets. There's your hat trick. I spoke too soon. I was going to say great game, and he finally gets the hat trick that he had been looking for since the second period, roughly. Empty net goal with 40 seconds remaining. Academic at this point, but Philadelphia will move to 4-0 on the scoreline.
Here's the instant replay of that last shot.
That was a very quick moving, that was instant replay at warp speed.
Yeah, it was a little timing issue there. I guess we can't bring that there.
That's it, you're fired.
I know, I'm fired.
Anthony D'Amico going in. Call him Versace. And Rose Locke
Scoring for Philadelphia
is mentioning this to us because D'Amico is her brother. And Pitts trying to join in. Liam, so he'll finish with 2 points most likely on the day. 20 seconds left. A thorough domination by the Philadelphia power play. Again, set up by their crisp attacking. They got a lot of odd man rushes. Michigan just could not get their own offense established. Had a couple of chances, but came up empty. Final seconds tick away. The buzzer sounds. 4-0. Philadelphia beats Michigan and move to 1-0 in group stage play.
And the final score is Philadelphia Power Play.
Yep, good job there. And with both teams, 4-0.
Stick around, we have another great game coming
For the power play and getting that last one in for
Calgary selects in the Minnesota
the power play, making it 4-0 and getting his hat trick.
So to recap the scoring for you, Jake Saxton with 3 goals, getting the hat trick with an empty netter with 40 seconds remaining. Liam Miller scoring the team's other goal on what was the play of the game, the backhand pass from Saxton.
That's right. That was a good pass. They worked together as well as a team. Their entire team worked well, and that's how they got the victory.
So Saxton with 4 points, Alex Pitts and Liam Miller with 2 points each, and no points for Michigan naturally. But you know they won't have to dwell on this for too long because of the huge slate of group play games tomorrow. Michigan will actually take the floor again at 11:30, so they're not going to get much time to sleep this off. They will face Ottawa And then Philadelphia will battle Minnesota in the second stage of group play. So the Michigan-Ottawa game, you can see that at 11:30 a.m. here on Ustream. Philadelphia and Minnesota at 1 p.m. I will not be here for either of those games. The Lynx, Minnesota Lynx, have a game later that night, so I have to attend to that duty. But you can follow up on those two teams tomorrow as they continue to battle for bracket seeding. One more game awaits us in the first day of group play.
And I would like to know, as soon as we go off, we're gonna turn off the stream just for a little bit, and we're gonna do a little bit of maintenance here to try to not have the breaking up issues that we're having. So we're gonna turn off the web stream as of right when we go off. So we'll be right back for the start of the next game.
Not to mention, we need to fix a few gears in Mike's head.
Yes.
Final score 4-0. And before we leave, one more time, you can stay with us again. We'll be back momentarily. Keep sending us your comments on Ustream and keep sending us tweets. I am the Sports Brain. We want to thank all of our listeners and viewers who did chime in on Ustream and on Twitter. Always great to hear from the fans who offer their support to make this sport possible. For Mike York, I'm Mike Beaton. Thank you for watching. Philadelphia and Michigan, Minnesota and Calgary will get underway in about a half an hour.